Hi guys, hello grade 6. It's me, Teacher Vince. I will be your English Language Arts teacher for this school year, 2020 to 2021. Alright, I'm going to be teaching you guys English Language Arts for this school year. Now, at the very beginning of this video, I just like to tell you guys, I just like to already set your expectations, okay? That grade 6 Ella is going to be tougher. For those of you who were my students last school year, I did tell you, I did warn you that this school year, it's going to be tougher. Okay? So, I like you guys to know that you will be expecting tougher challenges for this school year. Okay? So, please, I just like to set it up already there. Expect Ella to be much tougher compared to that of last year. Okay? So in this video, I'm going to be giving you a very quick introduction of Ella, okay? Different things that you're going to be expecting, procedures, requirements, and rules, okay? So let's jump right into the presentation that I have prepared, okay? Intermediate level English Language Arts, okay? So here are the objectives of this video. For this video, we're going to be discussing what is Ella, okay? The general scope, so the things that you're going to be expecting for Ella. How are you guys graded? Procedures, okay? The different procedures, especially right now, in this current situation that we have right now. What are the procedures that we're going to be following? Requirements. What are the requirements, okay? And rules. Very important. What are the rules, okay? So, let's jump right into the first one, okay? What is Ella? Okay, so, what is Ella? I did discuss this already last school year for those of you who are my previous students, but for those of you who are new, and who do not know what Ella is, or this is your first time hearing Ella, English Language Arts, because for some schools it would just be English, or some schools it would just be language, okay? So, I'll be discussing what is Ella, even for those of you who forgot, okay? Here's a much more defined definition, okay? So, Ella is... It's the study of the improvement of language, specifically the English language, through reading, writing, speaking, listening, and viewing. So, Ella is not your typical English class wherein you are just taught grammar, no. Or in other schools, they would have a different class for grammar, then you have a different class for writing, then you have another different class for speaking or listening. For Ella, it's different. Ella is the combination of all of these together so that you are able to have an improvement in language. So especially the way I teach you, okay? For those of you who were my previous students last school year, you might have noticed just how I teach you, right? I teach you not the conventional way. I give you different things, different strategies, different techniques, different things, information that would improve your usage of the language, okay? So this is Ella, okay? It is improving with the language, with English language, okay? So, what are you going to be expecting for Ella, okay? What are the things that I'm going to be teaching for this school year, okay? What to expect? Due to what's happening with the world today, what's happening in this pandemic situation, we're all quarantined, there is no face-to-face communication with teachers and students, there's no face-to-face teaching, okay? I will only be limiting what I would teach you guys with these three. Yes, I did mention that Ella would incorporate 6 things. 6 things being grammar, reading, speaking, writing, listening, and viewing. Okay? But for this school year, because of the limited time and the limited resources and a lot of things that are limited, right? I'll be only giving you just the 3. But don't worry. When things go back to normal, hoping, right? When things go back to normal, I will be incorporating the other things already. And I will also still be adding a few of the other parts as well throughout the school year. So don't worry as well about it, okay? But I'll be focusing on these 3, okay? The grammar, the writing, and the speaking. Why also these 3? It's because your reading teacher, Teacher Brenda, she's going to be teaching you the other parts. The reading part, the listening part, and the viewing. Okay? So, what will you be expecting for grammar? For grammar, more SVA rules, the subject-verb agreement rules. Yes, we're going to be diving into it deeper, right? Okay? Even the uses again, it's going to be repetitive, yes, but this time it's going to be leveling up a bit, right? We're going to level up the different uses of nouns, of pronouns, of verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Especially some of the application, it's going to level up as well. And sentence patterns. Those of you who were my students last school year, I did mention that we're going to have a much tougher sentence patterns this school year. Alright? So, expect that. Okay. For speaking, I'm going to be teaching you proper pronunciation, enunciation, and articulation. Okay? Pronunciation is how a word is pronounced. Enunciation is how specific parts of the words pronounced, and articulation is how specific sounds are sounded, or how are you going to produce specific sounds. Okay? Speech exercises would be, again, practicing of the different speech articulators or your different body parts that you use for creating speech. Okay? And voice modulation. This is going to be second quarter. Okay? Next, writing. For your writing, I'm going to be going through again the 6+1 traits of writing, the different writing process, okay, written compositions. Although, just really quickly, right? For the 6+1 traits of writing and the writing process, I'm not ever going to be going through in depth with those things. I'm just going to brush through it, especially with what's happening right now and the setup that we have, okay. But hoping I'm going to be creating a different video for these, just for you guys to have a quick refresher on them as well. But yes, they are still part of it, and yes, I'm still going to be incorporating these two. Okay? What else will you be expecting for writing? You're going to be creating different written compositions. Some of them are poems, some of them are letters, some of them are narratives, stories, news articles, especially that, news articles. Okay? And speeches. Yes, for this school year class, you guys are going to create speeches. Okay, so that's one thing to look forward to. Now, a lot of you question, typical question, is this graded? Are these things graded? Well, most of the things that I'm going to let you guys answer and the things that I'm going to let you guys do are graded. Okay, but there are a few things that are not graded. Okay, I will be indicating it, don't worry, with the PowerPoint presentations that I send and the different topics that I send, right, the discussions I send, I would be specifying which is graded and which is not. Okay, but how are you graded for this school year? The grading system is still the same from last school year. Basically, it's three things. Your grade is made up of three things: your exam, your written works, and your performances. Your exam is 20%. That's every quarter. So you have 4 exams. Written works. So written works would be write-ups. Especially some write-ups are like just paragraphs. That will be all part of the written works. And then your seat works. Seat works, everything, all of the activities that I'm going to be giving are all found in your books. Well, not all, most of them. Because I'll be providing a few things that are not part of your book or not found in your book. But for the most part, it's going to be found in the book. Now, these seat works are all made up of what you call exercises. So in your books, right, you might have noticed if you've scanned through them, right, you would notice different exercises there. Those are going to be graded as your seat works. Okay? And your quizzes are all going to be taken in the form of lesson tests. Okay? Lesson tests. Now, most of them are going to be just in the test tree of the lesson tests, because most of them are just grammar or written works. But for the most part, it's going to be that. Okay? Next, performances. Performances is going to be 40% as well. It's going to be made up of your speeches, your projects. Now, I usually give 1 to 2 projects per quarter. Okay, these are your published works. Okay, so this is how you guys are going to be graded, the different things that I'll be getting your grade from. Okay, procedures. How are we, sir? How are we going to submit this? How are we going to do this or that? Okay, so for those of you who are going to be just doing things online, those of you who did not avail a learning packet, okay, or who did avail a learning packet, but would opt to submit things online, here's how we will do it. Okay, when you submit your works online, you would have to submit them on a specific activity or the specific tab for that assignment. Okay, please make sure that you find the right tab and you upload them. So how are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? You're going to answer your books. For those of you, I'm going to repeat, for those of you who are going to be submitting works online, you're going to have to answer through your books. You're going to have to answer in the book, okay? And then I want you to take a clear photo, a clear picture of your activities, okay? Must be clear. And then I want you guys to submit them online on the specific assignment tab. So I plan in the course, okay, that you guys are going to have a specific folder for English Language Arts 6. And then in that folder, you'll have specific folders for week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and so on and so forth, okay? And then there, you are going to find your specific assignment. And that's where you're going to be uploading them, okay? Next, the notebooks. You might be wondering, sir, why do we need notebooks if the things are all found in your books and you're just going to be submitting the videos online? Sir, why do we need notebooks? You might be wondering. Okay, the notebooks are there for a very good reason. It's for note taking. Okay, in my discussions, the things that I'll be discussing, sometimes I tend to add things. I tend to have additional things. Okay, I tend to give you additional information. Use your notebooks for you to write down this information. And some activities would require notebooks as well. Some, not all, some activities would require notebooks too. So that's how you're going to be placing some of the activities. Just some, okay? So that's what your notebooks are for, okay? You might be wondering, sir, are we going to be doing, what do you call this? Are we going to be doing the Cornell note-taking, especially for those previous students from last school year? Sir, are we going to do Cornell note-taking? The answer is not now. Not for now, no. If you want, then yes, it's fine. Much better, actually. But am I going to require it? Not now. The reason for that is because, well, number one, I can't really check all of your notebooks. Okay? Number two, it's because as well, I like you guys have just the freedom of learning, especially through this setup right now, what we have right now. It's a special case, so I would not be strict when it comes to Cornell note-taking. Again, if you like to do your Cornell note-taking, it's fine, okay? But am I requiring it? No, I'm not requiring it, okay? So it's up to you. Now, what about for those of you who are going to be doing things through the learning packets? Learning packets, again, these are those, it's available for those people who with a very limited internet access, limited to no internet access as at all, okay? Now, I did discuss this already with your parents, but just so you guys would know, or you guys would have a clear idea as well of what I did tell your parents. You guys could have two options, okay? You could either have two notebooks or one notebook and pad papers, okay? Now, why two notebooks? It's because for the first 2 weeks, you're gonna have a learning packet for it, okay? That's all folders and whatnot, all in an envelope. Okay, and then that's where you're gonna place your activities, and then you're gonna submit that to us, and then you're gonna get the one for the next week. Okay, so the one notebook will be for the one with the first 2 weeks, and then the other notebook will be the one for the next 2 weeks. That's how it would work if you have two notebooks. But if you only have one notebook, it's fine. But you're gonna have to place the activities on the next activities on the next 2 weeks on a sheet of pad paper. On different sheets of pad paper, okay? So, that's how you're going to do it. You're going to be doing it through your notebooks. I will be discussing just in a bit how would it look like, the format of it, okay? So you guys would know. Now, this is how it would look like if you're going to be submitting your works through your notebooks, okay? So this is for those who are submitting things with the learning packets, okay? or even those of you who are not submitting things with the learning packets but would submit things through your notebooks, this is how it would look like. Okay, the format is this. In your notebooks, at the very top part, in the middle part, it's going to be your week number. So please indicate it there. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and so on. Okay? And then on the top right, date. Write the date. And then, write the activity name. Okay? So the activity name would be exercise 1, exercise 1A, 2B, 3, 4. Okay? Write it down there. And then enumerate it downwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now, it's going to just be answers only. I will repeat. Answers only. Okay. Now, what about if, for example, it's a sentence and then you guys are going to have to underline or encircle the word. Okay? If that's the case, I want you to write the sentence down. Write it down, and then that's where you encircle or box or underline things. Okay? But if it's not required, if it's not, you do not need the whole sentence for it. For example, just write your answers, okay? Okay, or just for example, underline, choose one of them. Then just write your answers. It's just going to be answers only, okay? So that's how it's going to look like. And then leave a space, leave one line, and then you write the next activity. So especially for certain weeks, I would have a lot of activities. There are around quite a lot of activities, especially for the first 2 weeks class. Expect that there are going to be a lot of activities for the first 2 weeks. But don't worry, that's just for the first 2 weeks, okay? It's just for things to clear out, and then later on, it's not going to be that much, okay? But for now, I want you guys to just already start thinking of it. Leave a space and then write the next activity. So for example, exercise 1. Exercise 1A, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the next one, exercise 1B, leave a space first, leave one line, and then write exercise 1B. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever, okay? Especially for those activities where you'd have to write a paragraph, okay? That's how it would look like. Start the paragraph already after you've written down the activity name. Exercise 4, 5, like that, okay? Yes. Now, what about if you're going to be submitting things through your paper? How would it look like? So for those of you who are going to be submitting things through your paper, pad paper, it would look like this. So it's kind of the same, except that the header is going to be different, the one on top. The one on top, you're going to include there, on the very topmost part, the biggest part of the paper, don't forget include there your name, grade level section. So for example, it's Vincent Noel C. Kasupang, right? And then below, it's going to be your section. Grade 4B, grade 6B, grade 6A, right? That's how you're going to write it down. And then top right will be your date, and then don't forget below the date, write Ella. Please, this is for you guys, for us to easily identify which one is for Ella, which one's for reading and whatnot. Okay? And then in the middle, it's going to be the week number. And then same thing, exercise 1A, 2B, right? Just write it down there. Okay? That's how it would look like. For write-ups, these are write-ups, different activities, written activities, different works. It would look like this if you're going to be submitting them through your papers. Name, grade level section, same thing, and then date, Ella. But on the middle part, don't write the week number. No, don't write the week number. Instead, write the activity title. So the activity title, I will be indicating them through my online discussions or through the PowerPoints that I send. Okay, it will be there. Write the activity title there. So for example, news article, that's how it's going to look like. Okay, and then the very first line in the middle, write your title. Write the title. Okay, give your works titles, and then skip one line, especially for those of you who are my students last school year. Skip one line. So after the title, skip one line and then start the paragraph. Don't forget your indentions, class. Indentions. Okay? Start the paragraph. So you've noticed I did place an indention over there. Okay? And then start the paragraph already. And then when you're going to continue the paragraph, do not continue it on the next line. Skip another line. Keep skipping lines. Okay? Keep skipping lines. Okay? Now you might be asking, Sir, is it okay to continue at the back? Yes, it's fine. Okay, yes, it's fine. Now, for those of you who are going to be giving the write-ups in your notebooks, okay, it's just gonna be like this, except that you do not have to indicate the name and grade level section, and Ella, no need. For those of you who are gonna be doing the write-ups in your notebooks, again, it's just gonna be activity title and then date, and then the title of your work, and then skip one line. Okay? Now, this is very important. I will already start it, say it here, class. All of the activities that you're going to be writing down, it's all going to be in pen. You have to write everything down using your black pen or your pen for writing. Okay, so I did require that you guys would have a black pen. I did mention it with the parents teachers orientation. Okay, but I'll mention it here. I will mention it again later on, but I will already start telling it here because class, for you guys, especially for you guys grade 6, you're going to be doing most if not all of the things in pen. Okay? Okay. Now, you might be going through why the strict format. Okay, I did already discuss this before for those of you who are my previous students, but I will discuss it again right now. Okay? It's the reason why I give you guys strict format is because I am preparing you guys for what's to come later on. You guys are already grade 6, okay? And that means you are already going to be stepping out soon. You're going to be grade 7, 8, 9, 10. That's already high school. And that means this is going to be the last school year you guys are going to be in elementary or in intermediate level, okay? The next stage is high school already. High school. So, to prepare you guys for much stricter formats. Yes, when you're in high school, there are going to be much stricter formats. Especially, for example, you'll be doing your formal themes and whatnot. Okay? Thesis and stuff like that. Okay? You would be doing strict format. So, right now is the time, the exact time. It's the most crucial time for you guys to start practicing using the strict format already. Okay? Okay. Next. What do I need for Ella? What are the requirements for Ella? Okay? So these are just the requirements that I'll be requiring you guys. You would need 1 or 2 notebooks. Again, it's up to you guys. Okay? Especially for those of you who are going to be doing the learning packets. Okay? 1 or 2 notebooks or just 1 notebook and then pad papers. Okay? The notebooks must be either the OISYL notebooks, the one with the Cornell notes, or a university notebook. University notebooks, again, are the big ones. Now, for those of you who have availed already this OISYL notebook, and then you wanted another notebook, the other one could be a university notebook. It's fine. Or if you want another OISYL, it's fine as well. Okay? So that's going to be the notebooks. Also, I'll be requiring you guys to bring a black and another colored pen. The black pen will be your pen for writing. I did tell it already. You guys are going to be writing everything down using a pen. A pen for writing, a black pen. Okay? And then your other colored pen, this is going to be the pen for checking. Now, the pen for checking, it's going to be any color, except red, white, or black. Okay? Because you already have one black pen. So the other pen is going to be a different colored pen, but it's not going to be red or white. No. Okay? It has to be a different color. Okay? And then for you guys, since you guys are going to be using pens, right? Correction tape is optional. I'm not requiring it, but it's up to you guys if you'd like to have. It's fine by me. Okay? Correction tape or correction fluid or whatnot. Okay? Now, rules. Let's discuss the rules. Now, we will be putting out either a video or a photo of the different rules for when you attend online classes. Okay? But I would just like to discuss my specific rules here. Okay. During synchronous classes will be the ones that are going to be done every other day. Okay, and then it's going to be done. It's going to be done through, what do you call this? We're going to have video conferences. Video conferences. Okay, that's how it's going to look like. Okay, you're going to have a video conferences, and then we're all going to be meeting there for at least 50 minutes. Now, the rules, like I said, will be brought out or put out already, either through a video format or through, what do you call this, through a photo. Okay, but just here are a few important ones that I'm going to be very particular with. Always, always, always mute yourselves. Okay, mute yourselves while we are in the video, while we're having a video conference. Okay, please mute yourselves. If you'd like to recite, if you'd like to ask questions or do anything you'd like to speak, okay, raise your hand. There's going to be an option there wherein you could raise your hand, and then I could see it, okay, and then I will unmute you. I will be the host. Now, it is your responsibility to mute yourselves. Okay, another thing, turn on your cameras. Yes, it's important. Do not turn it off. Turn it on. Okay? No eating while we're having an online class or the synchronous class. No eating. And connect early. That's a very important thing too. Connect early. You're given around 10 minutes, I think, before your next class. So around that time, you could already have your very quick break, very quick snacks, okay? Or whatever preparations that you need to do before you connect to the next class, okay? But that's very important. Again, mute yourselves, turn on your cameras, no eating, and connect early. So can you drink water or juice or Coke or coffee? Yeah, that's fine. Drinks are allowed. Drinks are allowed. Just no liquor, okay? No liquor, please, no. But other things, juice, yeah, those are fine. Water, it's fine too. Okay. Number 2 rule: late works is equal to 0. Okay, late works. Not quite sure. Can't remember what specific instruction was given regarding the submission of your activities, but there are going to be submission dates there. I will also indicate it in the assignments. Okay, read it carefully. It's going to be written there. How long are you going? Just how long could you do your activities? Okay, and then you're going to submit it. When will be the deadline of your activities? Okay, late works is equal to 0. I cannot stress this enough. Late works is equal to 0. I could not anymore look for you guys if you're going to submit things late. So please, 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 if your submission is late, I'm sorry to say it's going to be 0. Do not contact, no, number 3, it's do not contact me on Fridays. That's from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. No contacting me, no chatting, no texting me on that time on Fridays. The reason why is because I'm a Jehovah's Witness and I have midweek meetings on that time. So any other time is fine. Just please not also midnight. Okay? You can contact me but not school related. Okay? Like for example, you'd like to just chat or whatnot. Okay, it's fine. But when it's school related, don't anymore ask it midnight. Okay? You can just do it on the next day, the following day. It's fine. Okay? Next, number 4. Make sure that the photos are clear. For those of you who are submitting them online, please make sure that the photos are clear. Now, if the photos are unclear, I could not read. So, how are you going to find that out? Just double check it. Look at the photo. Make sure that before you send it to me, look at the photo first. Look at it. Check it if it's readable. If what you've written down is readable, if you could read it, then it's fine. But if it's not readable, especially later on, I'm going to be contacting you in case it's unclear. But just in case I could not contact you, it is your responsibility already to make sure that the photos are clear. If it's unclear, for example, I'm not able to understand something, then it's going to be marked down. Marked down would be, well, it's either I'll give it a wrong, I'm going to mark it wrong, okay? Or I'm just gonna be reading it as how I read it, okay? So even if, for example, just example, you wrote E, but it looks like an A or an O, then I would be and I read it as, for example, like an O, then it's gonna be an O, okay? Just to be clear. So make sure your photos are clear, and of course your handwriting is clear too, legible. Number 5, respect. This is something that I have told you guys as well already before. For those of you who are my former students already, last school year, respect. I will respect you guys, your opinions, your different views, okay? And I would also require that you guys would respect me too, and that you would also respect your classmates too. This will be visible, or this will be seen through a lot of things, even especially through the online classes. Okay, so make sure that you show your respect. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the things that you're going to be expecting for the school year. I hope that we have a fun school year, nice school year. Okay, if you have any questions, you may just always contact me through Facebook, Messenger, or you could just text me. I'll be giving the contact informations already, especially on the page, the first page. Okay, just so you guys could see. I hope that you guys would also be following the rules and the procedures properly. Okay, and we'll make sure that let's make this school year smooth one. Okay, despite this current situation we have right now, can't see each other face to face, but I hope that we have a nice smooth school year. Okay, so that's all for this video. I hope that you guys would be having a fun school year. I'll see you on week 1 and onwards. Bye!